The National Curriculum Framework 2005, for the first time, sought to break away from the traditional dichotomy of the liberal vocational divide. According to the NCF 2005, the curriculum framework should provide space for learning beyond subject boundaries so that children and young people can make connections between different areas of learning. The NCF highlighted that there is a need to reconsider the epistemology of vocational education afresh by bridging the gap between the academic and vocational streams. So the challenge before us today is to prepare a curriculum framework that integrates general education with vocational education in a manner that every student gets an opportunity to acquire knowledge, skills, and the ability for a smooth transition from the school to a work, and also opt for lifelong learning opportunities. We can divide vocationalization of education into three parts: vocational awareness, vocational exploration, and vocational preparation. In vocational awareness, the students will get to know about the various occupations and career options in the world of work. In vocational exploration, students will learn about what people do for their living and the skills needed for better living in the various occupations in the world of work. In vocational preparation, students will participate in activities that integrate vocational skills with academic skills. Vocational exposure through pre-vocational education is to be provided in grades 6 to 8 with an aim to provide opportunities to the students to orient themselves with the skills required for the various occupations in a sector and to equip them to make informed choices while selecting their subjects in higher grades. The National Vocational Education Qualifications Framework, or in short NVEQF, was launched by the Ministry of Human Resource Development, MHRD, in 2012 to integrate vocational education with general education and to provide a seamless pathway to the learners for a smooth transition from the school to work or further education. It was subsumed in National Skills Qualifications Framework in 2013. The NSQF is organized as a series of levels of learning outcomes arranged in ascending order from level 1 to 10. Each level of NSQF is described as a statement of learning outcomes in the following domains: process required, professional knowledge, professional skills, core skills, and responsibility. Organizational unification of general and vocational education is being done to bring about a unification in the academic and vocational study under the National Skills Qualifications Framework and creating common arrangements for funding, administration, regulation, and quality assurance. Now, coming to vocationalization of secondary and higher secondary education, a centrally sponsored scheme of vocationalization of secondary education was launched in February 1988. The main objectives of the scheme were to provide diversification of educational opportunities to enhance individual employability, reduce the mismatch between demand and supply of skilled manpower, and to provide an alternative for those pursuing higher education. So based on the recommendations of various committees or review groups, the scheme was revised and was relaunched as centrally sponsored scheme of vocationalization of secondary and higher secondary education in 2012. And again, it was revised in 2014 based on the learning from the pilot project under the National Vocational Education Qualifications Framework. The scheme was later subsumed in Samagra Shiksha in 2018. Now we have the vocationalization of school education, which is now aligned with the National Skill Qualifications Framework by adopting the sectoral approach to vocational education. The vocational education program from grades 9 to 12 under Samagra Shiksha covers 18 sectors. Now what are these sectors? These sectors are agriculture, apparel made-ups and home furnishing, automotive, banking, finance and insurance services, beauty and wellness, construction, electronics, healthcare, information technology or information technology enabled services, media and entertainment, physical education and sports, plumbing, power, retail, private security, telecommunication, tourism and hospitality, and transportation, logistics and warehouse. It has been developed in a way that it links the various elements of vocational education schools with those of the general education, businesses and industry so that vocational pass-outs can exit with employment-related skills. It is being implemented in close partnership with the industry in the design, development, delivery, assessment and certification of the skill content. The vocationalization of school education component aims to introduce vocational courses along with the general education subjects from grades 9 to 12. The vocational curriculum is learning outcome based. The curriculum comprises modules on employability and vocational skills. Employability skills modules include communication skills, self-management skills, information and communication technology skills, entrepreneurship skills, and green skills for enhancing the employability of the students. The curriculum is reference to the notified national occupation standards which are given in the qualification packs for the various job roles in different economic and social sectors. Besides curriculum, the training package also includes student textbooks, multimedia packages, and the e-learning materials. A component of internship or on-the-job training is an integral part of the curriculum transaction. Students are required to complete a minimum of 80 hours of workplace learning or on-the-job learning. Specialized practical work and training are arranged in commercial and industrial establishments, industrial training institutes, polytechnics, community colleges, hospitals, farms, etc. for developing personalized training programs, acquiring first-hand information related to the industry, exploring new and expanding opportunities in the labor market, and developing skills attuned to the needs of the labor market. Internal assessment and evaluation is done by the vocational teachers or trainers in grades 9 to 12. External assessment and certification of students is being done by the central or the state boards with the involvement of the respective sector skill council for grade 10 and 12. A separate national skill qualification framework certificate as per the job role is given to the vocational students after successful completion of the vocational course in grade 10 or grade 12. In this video, we have discussed about the vocationalization of education under Samagra Shiksha, which is an integrated scheme for school education. We have also talked about aims and scope of vocationalization of education in schools and the implementation of work-based education through work education, pre-vocational education, and vocational education programs in schools. Thank you very much.